Texas Tech comes out wearing the white, Oklahoma State in the black, and the Red Raiders have won the tip. Fran, what are you looking for early on in this possession?
Well, how do you guard Christian Anderson and JT Toppin? Because that is a dynamic duo offensively.
Pocket pass to Toppin, Christian Anderson, the pass off the mark, and the rebound to Parsafala. He has been hampered with a back injury. He has missed a few games, but he's going to be an important part of the offense here for the Cowboys.
Well, and the key for this team, look at that, right on cue, John. Very good. You've done this before. Well, Parsa's a great story because there are very few players that have ever come from the country of Iran to the United States, and he's well-traveled.
Here's Christian Anderson, his first shot off the mark, inside, Toppin, rolls off, and the rebound goes to Anthony Roy. This is a very athletic Oklahoma State team. Fran, they want to push the pace.
They will definitely push it. They have scoring in every part of the court. There's a good ball movement opportunity right there.
Kanye Clary gets the start, his three off the mark. This is the 12th different starting lineup Oklahoma State has used this season. Very contrasting styles because Texas Tech has hampered a shorter bench with some injuries. They're going to want to slow things down. Watts in and out. Rebound, Toppin, and it rolls in for Texas Tech.
Remember what Grant McCasland told us before the game, John? His ability to quick jump on that second jump is as good as anybody you'll see in the country.
And Victorious Miller, the LSU transfer, but he stepped out of bounds. First turnover. Grant McCasland in his third season at the helm here at Texas Tech. What a run he had last year, going to the Elite Eight, eventually losing to the eventual national champion Florida. But you can tell he's building something special here, Fran.
Yeah, remember, they were up 10 with 3 to go, so heartbreaking loss. But, hey, early on, JT Toppin, point-blank shots at the rim, not going down.
We played almost 2 minutes here in Lubbock, the start of Big 12 play. Oklahoma State, their only loss this season to Oklahoma. And that was a loss that Steve Lutz said, we could have won that game. We did not play very well. We could have been undefeated. Petty, his three, rattles in.
John, last year, Christian Anderson played Robin to Elijah Hawkins. This year, Jalen Petty is going to grow exponentially. He's got a chance to be a star someday.
There's a turnover off the rebound, so Oklahoma State with a chance for the possession, but the shot clock did not reset, so the officials alertly stopped play. Our officials today, Michael Greenstein, Gary Maxwell, and Darren George, an excellent officiating crew.
Yes, they are.
All right, here's Steve Lutz in his second season at Oklahoma State. He said, look, we did not play well in that game against Oklahoma. He said, one of the things we need to work on is our defensive pressure and intensity.
Yeah, I think so. And also waking up, because he didn't feel they were ready to play at 12 noon in Oklahoma City.
Another 12 noon local start here in Lubbock. Clary shrugs off the defender, but the pass out of bounds, another turnover.
And I would say, having been in this building quite a bit, for the loss 48 hours ago in football, students not back, not the high energy that you usually see in this arena. So Texas Tech's going to have to manufacture that themselves on the court.
Petty playing with that face mask, broke his nose in practice about a month ago. Here's Petty, thought about it. Now we'll put it on the deck. 10 seconds on the shot clock for the Red Raiders. Anderson probing in the lane, and he draws the whistle.
Well, the problem you have when you guard Texas Tech is you have an elite, not only scorer in the backcourt, but a great playmaker. And you have to figure out who are you going to slow down, Toppin or Anderson. And then guess what, John? Even you and I can score playing with those two guys.
You see the jump last year to this year. And Fran, you do so much with grassroots basketball. You have known this young man for such a long time. What has enabled him to make the jump this year?
You know, I know the family. He has been an incredible scorer literally since 4th grade in Atlanta. 50-point games. He was 5'3" as a high school freshman. He weighed 120 pounds. Think about that. And we'll tell a great story later about him committing to Michigan and Juwan Howard's confidence in this young guy.
Here's Fowler, knocks down the three. He makes such an impact onto this offense for Oklahoma State. He's got all 5.
We got to talk to him yesterday, John. I think he's the heart and soul of this team.
His guards will tell you that, too, that he just opens up lanes for them. 3-ball attempt, the other end, and the answer is there for Donovan Atwell.
They lost a lot of shooting this last year. Walton, McMillan, Atwell's come in and done a nice job.
Coleman rim run off the mark, trying to get his own miss, but it's won by the Red Raiders. Toppin gives it up. And a strong board there by Anthony Roy, the Green Bay transfer.
Good ball movement.
Unselfish play here early on, but the 3-ball not falling as Christian Coleman rips it down. A 5-point lead here for Texas Tech. Clary picks up his dribble. Now it's Fowler inside. And the big man can't finish, gets his own miss. Another chance for Oklahoma State. Miller, 3 off the mark. Oklahoma State 1 for 6 from downtown to start.
And they're getting good looks. They are. They're just not knocking them down just yet. And this is where, watch Texas Tech now. Watch this 2-man basketball, John. These two guys so good together.
You can tell the confidence of Petty also starting to grow here in this offense.
You know why? Young man's from Seattle. It's the 206 syndrome.
Anderson,
oh,
turnaround.
How about that?
How silky smooth is that?
John, watch the footwork all day. That time he did not run the defender over. Just outstanding ability to control that body.
Oklahoma State trying to find a rhythm on this end of the floor, and there it is for Anthony Roy.
He will find a rhythm because that young man is a career 44% three-point shooter. You need a GPS to keep up with where he's been, but everywhere he has been, he's been able to put the ball in the hole.
Anderson, you can tell he's playing under control right now. Gives it up. Here's Petty. He knocks down the 3.
He will be a future star here. Mark it down. He's only a freshman. We will talk about him a lot today.
Oklahoma State inside, outside. How about that rim run?
Great
Christian Coleman and 1.
That was a terrific cut from the outside by Christian Coleman and a great dime by Fowler. Good teamwork.
As good as advertised?
Yes, absolutely, man. My analogy is if Kevin Garnett came back as a small forward, it would be A.J. Dybantsa. That's the kind of competitiveness that young guy has.
Take a look at the preseason poll. Texas Tech finished 3rd behind Houston and BYU. It's amazing what the Red Raiders have accomplished this season, having one of the best wins of the season against Duke. And, Fran, they're still not healthy yet.
No, they're not. Grant this transfer is going to be pretty good. But Grant McCaslin told us probably 2 more weeks before he gets 3 of those big guys back.
Coleman trying to bang inside. We'll try to reset the victorious Miller. Here's Curry off the bench. His first shot off the mark. Anderson trying to push the pace.
Watch the poise here. Anderson plays at his own speed.
Got the defender on his hip. He played 7 minutes here in Lubbock. Anderson pulls, and a rebound goes to Coleman. What do you want to see more offensively on this end?
I think they can attack the basket. I think you got to spread this Texas Tech team out and not shoot bad threes, but attack the basket and drive it on this team. Why, John? You keep mentioning it. They're shorthanded up front. Get that front line, get JT Toppin in foul trouble.
3 of their frontline players still out with injury for Texas Tech. And Grant McCaslin, before the game, he said, because of that, I've had to coach differently. He said, I call more timeouts, not exactly for strategy, but just give my guys a rest.
Exactly. There's no question. And you got guys like Anderson playing 38 minutes a game. You understand why he feels that way.
Pick and roll with Toppin. He will give it up. 3-ball in the corner, halfway down, but comes out.
That's a good look, and that's the gravity we talk about. With Toppin in the ball, it's going to open up shots for his teammates.
That's the tough shot selection that Oklahoma State fell into in their loss against Oklahoma. But in transition, a turnover by Anderson. It was one of the things Steve Lutz told us about. He said really getting these guys to buy in collectively, that they don't all have to put up 30 points a night.
Well, they all were scorers in their previous schools, many of them. Certainly Anthony Roy, Miller, Clary. And it's a matter of just figuring out who's the top dog on a given night.
Benjamin Ahmed checking in for the first time alongside Isaiah Coleman with the ball in his hands. Crossover, pull-up jumper. How about that mid-range game?
See, I saw Isaiah Coleman get 28 against Auburn in the exhibition game in Birmingham. And that young man was a double-figure scorer in the Big East last year at Seton Hall. So they have scoring weapons.
Scoring is not an issue. It's this end of the floor that Oklahoma State wants to improve on. Anderson once again directing traffic, being patient. 3-ball pull-up, Tyree Bryan. He's been lingering, had a lingering ankle issue, but he is a go today.
He's a guy that shot over 40% in his career, most recently at Santa Clara. And both of these teams have dipped into that transfer portal in a major way.
Which team would you say has been controlling the pace early on?
I think Texas Tech, they're getting all the shots they want.
Wild shot, strong rebound there. Look at Anderson getting in the mix.
Yep, and they've got that, you know, they're able, when you got a point guard like that, now that's another tough decision by Christian. 6'2", he's grown, he's almost 6'3", and Juwan Howard was pretty smart.
Oh, he was very smart. We asked Grant McCaslin about him. He said, what we did in the offseason, we looked at the analytics. He is the best three-point shooter off the bounce. That's why we decided to get him.
Well, and that was in high school, and now he is literally the best three-point shooter in college basketball at the power conference level. He gets 8 points a game off the jumper. Now, let me tell you something. When you look at the NBA, Harden, Donovan Mitchell, Tyrese Maxey, he's in that ilk as far as where he gets his points.
Foul called on the floor against Anthony Roy of Oklahoma State. That was a nice job by Lawan Watts getting his nose in there to keep the possession alive. He's been one of those unsung heroes early on for this Red Raiders team.
He's a glue guy. Played at Washington State last year. And I got a chance to see him in December of last season. And he is a point forward. He's a great passer on a team that allows him to take the heat off of this guy, Anderson.
Anderson pull-up jumper off the mark, and it's Roy with the rebound.
Yeah, slow start for Anderson and Toppin so far.
Who's going to get this offense going for Oklahoma State? Down 8 early. Victorious Miller, so explosive, blows by his man.
Yeah, he can score it. He played last year at LSU. He had some big games, was injured a lot, but going back to his high school days, he really knows how to put the ball in the basket.
Pick and roll with Watts this time. How about that find by Christian Anderson?
Yeah, that's what we call a short roll. You've heard that, John. The big guy opens up early and allows himself to be a target.
Point guards are starting to force things for Oklahoma State. Anderson taking advantage. How about those burners? Foul on the other end. He'll be fouled and get a trip to the free throw line.
Now, watch this, John. I want you to watch him take the ball right through Coleman's nose. I love this. Coleman is looking for an opportunity to block the shot, so he takes his body right at the shot blocker and finishes. Terrific job right there by the youngster. By the way, although the name Anderson is an American name, he is German. Grew up in Atlanta. Dad is German, played in Europe. And Christian Anderson had a great summer as a first-team All-Under-19 World Cup. His German team got to the finals, lost to USA, lost to DeBanza, lost to Pete, lost to Mikael Brown. But Christian Anderson, first-team All-Under-19 World Championships.
Just got a text from my guy, John Jenkins, former star at Vanderbilt in the NBA. He said, that's my little brother right there.
You know what? The family loves John Jenkins. John, keep grinding, buddy. Terrific player at Vandy, NBA. got to know John a long time ago.
Same play with Watts, and it works again, this time drawing the foul.
Lawan's another incredible story. His dad was a tremendous player at Utah for Rick Majerus. They went to the Sweet 16. Of course, his dad passed away. Not only was he a tremendous player on the court, John, he played for the Oakland Raiders. He was a big guy.
When you ask Grant McCasland about Watts, he said he just has this joy around him that he just loves the game of basketball, and it's just so infectious for everybody else.
Right. If you're going to take transfers nowadays, you really got to do the behind the scenes, and you got to know what makes these guys tick. And joy is a good thing for a basketball player, especially when you come to this place and you know you're going to work hard.
Largest lead of the game, Texas Tech up 11. Roy's a guy who can heat up quickly, but a hand check on the outside, that's called against Petty, his first personal.
Well, what I like about Petty is that Grant McCasland's got him
Excuse me, his second, I apologize.
Yeah, and that's why he's coming out right now. But Grant trusted the freshman to guard Roy, but he just picked up a second foul, and he's talking to him about it right now.
Roy's a guy who they're trying to get even more aggressive, get him to the free throw line, because he's one of the best free throw shooters in the country.
Don't jinx him now. He's got 34 in a row, John.
You tell me not to do it, then you do it.
Oh, did I just do that?
In and out, Toppin with the board. Oklahoma State shooting under 32% here in this first half. Off that pick and roll, foul called against Clary, his first, and Oklahoma State is having trouble defending that high ball screen.
Well, that's I mean, they can score, and they're not scoring right now, but Steve Watts told us today the concern he has going into Big 12 play is how good is their defense going to be.
Here's Watts, quick release off the mark, rebound to Coleman.
Yeah, it's still a great pass by Anderson. I think they can go inside to Fala or get Roy downhill on a drive.
Here's Coleman. He's got some of the best bounce in the country. Three ball on the way, off the mark, too strong, tipped around.
Oh, he can go into the backcourt. Good hustle. Young man can go into the backcourt on that play.
Roy, hand in his face. And it rims out.
Good shot. I mean, he's a tough shot taker and usually a tough shot maker.
2 for 11, Oklahoma State starting this game from beyond the arc. Here's Toppin with a smaller defender on him. Gets his own miss and puts it back in.
Well, we talked about that. As quick a second jumper as you'll see. Good find again by Anderson.
Clary gets by his man off the bounce, but can't finish. And it's going to be Texas Tech ball.
Take a look right here. This is pick and roll basketball. Two of the best in the country, maybe the best pair. Toppin doesn't get it done the first time, but watch how quickly he gets off the ground on that.
People thought potentially shouldn't be in, and now has a chance to win a national championship.
I think for me, it's Curt Cignetti. You know, as a coach, you always kind of look for the guy that does the miracle worker job, and the 2 years at Indiana are just amazing. And he told us at that press conference 2 years ago, Google me, I win.
Remember when he was at James Madison, all he does is win.
Yep.
See if Toppin can get going here. Off the window.
He has not. No, Parsifalo has done a nice job. He's a big body. Only 2 for 8 right now for JT. Very unlike him.
Fowler's been getting a little frustrated. He's looking for a touch inside.
Let's throw it to him.
Clears out space and a good rim run there by Isaiah Coleman.
Yeah, he comes off the bench, but like you mentioned, 12 starters. This guy's a double-figure scorer last year in a great league, the Big East. There's that pick and roll again. This time they trap out of a timeout. I like it. Change up your defensive look.
Here's Bryant from the wing and knocks it down. His second three of the ball game.
I'll tell you what, you mentioned the injury, but I also think there's a buy-in factor that he's starting to figure out if he wants to get more time, because he can shoot it.
Let's see if Fowler gets a touch here on the block. And in the air, and he draws the whistle. You see how crafty he is inside.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
All right, college basketball is back on ESPN2 tomorrow afternoon at 1 Eastern. Florida Atlantic meets up with Tulane. Then at 5, Bradley takes on Murray State in a Missouri Valley clash. Both games also streaming on the ESPN app.
You've done a little American basketball so far. Anybody you think we should keep an eye on coming into conference play?
All roads go through Memphis. That's what happens in the American. Penny Hardaway has got another stacked squad. But look out for Tulsa this year. Yes. 13-1 this year. Their only loss is a 1-point loss on the road at Kansas State.
Ironically, you and I talked to 2 different NBA scouts in the last 24 hours because Tulsa and Oklahoma State did a pro day together, and you got the same information.
Pro Scout said that Tulsa has the same athletes that Oklahoma State does in the Big 12.
Eric Conkle came from Louisiana Tech, where he did a great job. He was an assistant to Jim Larrañaga at Miami, and I'm tickled that Tulsa, her Golden Hurricane are back because they have great tradition.
Here's Atwell from the other wing, and now the threes are starting to rain here in Lubbock. Here's Roy, rattles in a 3 for the answer, the 3rd 3 of the game for Oklahoma State.
You cannot leave Anthony Roy open. He is that good a shooter. He's been quiet so far.
6 points early on with 6 minutes to play here in this first half. We're seeing Oklahoma State now blitzing the ball, trying to get out of the hands of Anderson. Extra pass to the corner. Bryant is open. And it's going to be Oklahoma State basketball.
Getting first appearance by the freshman from Minnesota, Nolan Groves. If you watched that Duke game on December 20th, he was the unsung hero, John. All he had to do is come off the bench in the second half and guard Cam Boozer for the final 14 minutes or so at 6'5".
Minnesota Gatorade Player of the Year.
Originally committed to Yale.
Smart guy.
I would hope so.
Texas Tech can't come up with the steal. Miller in attack mode. They'll find Curry in the corner. And the drought continues from the outside. Hot potato, quick passing, but can't finish is Atwell. Curry pushing the pace, laying off the mark, but the follow is there. Benjamin Ahmed plus the foul.
I'm a big fan of this young guy, John. He's only played in 3 games. He's been hurt all of his freshman year. He's a young man from Nigeria. Watch his size right here. He just bullies his way out of the way. And he's going to finish. And I think we talked to Coach Lutz about this. Even though he's got no experience, they love his future. He has not seen his family in 3 years. Came from Nigeria, went to school at Putnam Science on the East Coast. And you could tell right away he fits in, by the way, in Big 12 play.
Take a look at the international feel to this game here for Oklahoma State. As Ahmed, the first second chance points for Oklahoma State so far in this ballgame. Anderson backdoor, Watts decides to hand off here to Atwell. 10 on the shot clock, runner off the mark, and a push in the back as a foul called on Watts.
You can see the confidence growing in this game in Donovan Atwell. Knocking down the 3. Watch Watts underneath. He comes flying in. That's a pretty nice little shove. He might have got away with that in the Big Sky or the Pac-12 last year.
Miller, extra step, gets his own miss. Curry, he'll try to go one-on-one against Bryant. His 3 off the mark.
The big fella!
Another second chance opportunity for Ahmed.
I love this kid, man. See, if you're a Cowboy fan, you've been waiting for this. Big guy. Basically the entire season, and Grant McCaslin said, look, we're in this for the long haul. We think we're an NCAA tournament team. And what did he tell us? He thinks those young big guys, especially, I love Josiah Mosley, the transfer from Villanova. He hasn't been on the court yet. I do think they have enough set once they get healthy.
Caslin said publicly, just because we beat Duke doesn't mean we figured things out. We are just scratching the surface. They travel there as Anderson turns it over, the third of the game for Texas Tech. So how about this? At the just over 8-minute mark, Oregon State trailed by 13. They're now on an 8-0 run.
I'll tell you what, that was a good traveling call. Just for the record.
Cowboys starting to figure out on this end of the floor because they're working through Ahmed.
Look at this kid, John.
Look at this kid. And Ahmed making it look easy.
He's been in witness protection for 2 months. He had a broken foot. He was a terrific high school player. And you already seen Cowboy fans glimpses of what this young man can be.
Lead is down to 6. A nice find as Watts finishes near the rim.
Yeah, terrific cut. Watts' man turned his head, watched the ball, and Anderson found him.
Roy, step back 3.
Yes.
They're starting to fall for Oklahoma State.
This is not a surprise, John. We know Anthony Roy can fill it up. The much-traveled Anthony Roy, but he has always been a bucket.
A foul on the floor, no basket.
I want you to watch this young man. He's from Nigeria. He came to the United States 3 years ago. Played at a very good school on the East Coast. Look how agile he is. And then you talk about Anthony Roy. He's the opposite. He's the veteran. He can get buckets.
A 13-2 run by the Cowboys as Tyree Bryant knocks down another 3.
I'll tell you, they need this from him. He played 3 minutes against Duke. He's been hurt. Nice drive right there.
That's the pace Oklahoma State wants to play.
I think so. I think so. And now you got to be concerned if you're Texas Tech that you don't wear out. But Grant McCaslin, when you got Anderson, you're going to push it too.
Anderson with
off the dribble,
but nylon.
Yep, off the dribble, John. He gets 8 points a game off the dribble. Dribble jumpers, that is. Nobody in the country at the power conference level does it better.
This is the loudest United Supermarkets Arena has been today. Roy, one-on-one, tough shot off the mark, and it's Watts pulling it down. Anderson, just a sophomore, but plays with such poise.
Yeah, you can't. I was just thinking, you can't speed him up. You know, you can there.
Turnover.
Pass it ahead.
Cowboys with numbers.
Pass it ahead. That is a bad play by Coleman. You got an offensive player in front of you. You give it up. That is not a good. He knows. Watch this now. Anderson loses the ball. Coleman's got a guy ahead of him. And he's still got a 2-on-1. Not a good play from a guy that should know better, who's a good player.
Franny's still coaching.
Oh yeah. Guess what? Coleman's sitting right now for a reason.
Under 1:30 to play here in this half. The Raiders have hit their last 3 from the floor. Watts keeping it alive underneath. 3 ball. Atwell. And a third chance as Texas Tech just out. And women's basketball.
And football wasn't bad either, right? Mark Byington has always been a terrific coach, formerly at James Madison. He played at, nice open shot. He played at UNC Wilmington. I coached against him when he played there.
Under 1 minute to play here in this first half. Fowler back on the floor, calling for a touch. Here's the quick double.
That's good.
Foul on the inside as Leon Horner calls for the push.
They listen to you, John. They're starting to go inside to Big Parsa. Leon Horner doesn't have the size at 6'4". How about this young man? We talked to him yesterday. My man, German Zrulovic, who's now out of coaching, recruited this guy at Southern Utah. He's from Iran. I think I counted like 4 players in the history of college basketball from that country that aren't Americans, American Iranians. He never stepped foot in the United States until he landed in Las Vegas. And German took him down the strip. Think about this. He came from Iran. And then where'd they go to eat?
His first meal, Chick-fil-A.
I don't think he could do a lot better than that. And you asked him. I said, of course he got the #1. Chicken sandwich, fries, and a drink. Come on.
Knocks down both free throws.
You're going to get the chicken wrap? Come on, man.
You're a grilled chicken guy, I could tell.
No. I work out so I can eat #1, man. Come on.
7-second differential between shot and game clock to end this half. Bryant in attack mode. Follow no good. Another tip no good. And Oklahoma State with the shot clock turned off. Final possession.
Will they get one? One shot, and he's going to take a timeout.
So Steve Lutz will talk this over. We'll take, how about this first half by Christian Anderson?
It's been, in my mind, John, it's been an unassuming first half because he only has 9 points, but he's got 8 assists. And to the point we've been making, he's always under control, hard to speed him up. And I got to tell you, he's made 3 or 4 other passes that weren't converted, but just got such a great feel for the game.
All right, last possession. What do you want to see out of Oklahoma State?
I want to see if Anthony Roy's out there. Otherwise, we're going inside. I think you go inside.
How about that?
How about that, John? Look at this.
Full court press. The steal by Curry off the mark. And that's how the first half will end. The lead was as high as 13, but Oklahoma State
close to a milestone.
1 point away from reaching 1,000 in his career.
Started his career at Southern Utah, last year at Oregon State.
He gets the touch initially, first possession here in the second half. And miscommunication as Coleman was cutting and a turnover.
Clary's got to know that. He's got to keep his eyes on Coleman and figure out where Coleman's going. He's not a great shooter, Coleman, so you expect him to be a cutter from the baseline.
Here's Anderson, 8 assists in that first half. His season high is 11. He's done that on 3 different occasions.
He has really morphed into one of the great point guards in the country.
And he has not been shy. His first shot in the second half off the mark. As Roy trying to push the pace. Crossover, gets to his strong left hand, finishes.
I want to tell you something about him. We talked to him yesterday about this. He started his career for Todd Golden at San Francisco. And that means threes and layups. And he said, I said, you abide by that? Absolutely, he told me.
That one comes out halfway down. Watts is there with the follow. He has been active around the rim.
He's a glue guy. That's what he is for this team. He does everything. He's probably their best passer outside of Anderson as well.
Watch it, Don.
Fowler sets the high ball screen here for Clary. As Coleman will take the mid-range jumper. Watts, they left him, but decides to set up the offense.
It's interesting. He had 36 against Northern Colorado, so we know he can score.
He also against Duke. 3 from the wing. Knocked down Donovan Atwell.
But even if you score 36, if you move the ball and get it to Atwell, it's probably a better play.
They're getting all the attention. Here comes Coleman. Offensive foul.
Interesting. I got to see that again. I thought he wasn't there, but let's take a look right here. Coleman's wondering too. Here's the drive. Once he well, I think that's a good call. Once he plants that foot and the defender's legal, then it becomes an offensive foul.
There's Darren George underneath with that great call. Officiating here today. Watts, Euro step in the lane. Good D by Fowler. Just discarded. Ahmed goes to the deck. They are banging inside right now.
I love that they have confidence in the freshman. Throw it into him again.
Here's Fowler from the outside. Out jumping everybody is Petty. The masked man bringing it up the floor. Watts, he will take this one. 11-point lead for Texas Tech.
I like this unit for the Cowboys. I like the 2 bigs.
JT Toppin to get going here today. Toppin 2 of 8 from the floor, just 4 points. Knocked out of bounds. It stays with the Red Raiders.
Don, I'm going to tell you this. There's not a lot of people that know who Benjamin Ahmed is because he's been out. If this young man stays healthy, he is going to have a phenomenal year and career at Oklahoma State. Of course, you can't count on him staying 4 years anywhere anymore. But I just love the way he attacks the glass. He plays with great energy.
Because of so many injuries to Oklahoma State as well, Steve Lutz, he's still figuring out his lineup. He's still trying to figure out who his guys are he's going to go with. Toppin, second chance is in.
Well, JT's had a slow start today by his comparison. A good challenge at the rim by Ahmed. But again, what do we talk about him? The quick second jump is just outrageous.
Here's Roy, pick and roll. Fowler can't finish, but he does get the whistle.
Yeah, we talked about this today already, John, a couple different times. Remember, JT struggling, only 3 for 10. He misses this one right here. Watch the challenge by the big freshman. Look how quickly he gets off the ground. That's probably his specialty around the basket.
So the last foul was called on Toppin. That is his third.
You got the party streamers ready?
Oh, not yet. Not yet.
Oh, man. Is that a jinx? Is that kind of a jinx?
Had a few of those today.
If he misses this one, everybody gets Chick-fil-A. Just kidding.
Free throw is good, and 1,000 points now in the career for Parsa Fowler. You know, we talked about him dealing with a back injury that had been lingering. He decided to stay on campus over the Christmas break. He said, my wife didn't like it. She wanted to go back home, but he said that was the best thing for me.
Yes.
I really got healthy again back on the court.
Well, when you think about how much money he's making, it's probably, seriously, it's probably smart that he's got healthy. I'm sure he got his wife a very nice Christmas present.
Happy wife?
Happy wife. Nice.
In the lane, losing it is Leon Horner, but it stays here at Texas Tech. Horner, another one of those guys getting more playing time because of the injuries.
Yeah, but when, you know, when the big three, those big guys that are sitting at the end of that bench right now come back, they're going to be deep routine. That's a foul.
Strong take by Laron Watts, as he will get a trip to the free throw line.
There you see.
As Roy picks up his third personal.
Yep, you got Josiah Mosley there. You got Luke Van Boye, the transfer from TCU, a great shot blocker. Mario Kuentak, who's a young man from Alberta, Canada. Played last year at Fort Erie Prep over in Ontario.
It's really the most impressive part of this run in the early part of the season for Texas Tech. And you said it, right? Other guys are now getting more experience. So think about how good this team is going to be.
Well, I think that's how Grant McCaslin looks at it, right? He told us that. When you got a win over Duke and the resume they've built up, and you're going to win some games early on in the Big 12, he's looking at March, and he should, because, as you mentioned earlier, last year they came so close to getting to the Final Four.
It's been over 3 minutes for Oklahoma State getting a field goal. Clary turns the corner, finds Curry, missing everything.
I got to tell you, these 2 point guards, Clary and Curry, they need to find Anthony Roy. Okay, they're jacking shots, and I'm like, if I'm Texas Tech, I'm thrilled. You've got to find your best scorer. You got no chance.
Anderson dancing with it, working against Victorious Miller. Shot clock's down to 5.
Nice.
Atwell, nice pump fake, gets off the shot, and a strong board by Ahmed.
John, that was not an assist, but it's another example of the way Christian Anderson moves the basketball.
Here is Roy. You ask for them to find him, and he banks in a 3.
He's got 2 guards out there shooting under 30% from 3. Okay, I'm not a rocket scientist, but that kid is a 44% career 3-point shooter, and he has to have the rock.
Leading scorer on this team, as Watts trying to play a little bowling ball. How about that getting to the rim?
Trying. I'd say he succeeded. I mentioned his dad was a road Walter Watts at the University of Utah.
Clary and Curry on the floor together.
Pass the ball. And Anthony Roy is over there saying, throw it to me. Pass. He's going to get back in this game. He is a career bucket getter. So let's get him some more touches.
Out of the timeout. He gets the look, but the defense closing in on him.
Didn't take a bad shot.
Double team comes down on Fowler. Somebody's open. Crowd wanted to travel. Gets his own miss.
He got fouled.
Leon Horner comes away with it.
And I thought he got fouled, and I think Steve Lutz thought he got fouled.
The lead is 13 for Texas Tech.
You know why I think he got fouled? He was 6 feet away from the basket, and the ball traveled 3.
Nice. Touch passing inside as Horner finishes.
Really good. Steve Lutz came out with a double team, and Toppin, great vision right there. Good pass.
Defense collapses. Open is Clary.
For a reason.
Oklahoma State trying to stay within striking distance here. Fowler says, switch the floor, get me a touch. Instead, it's Curry, mid-range, rattles in. Curry, his first bucket of the ball game.
Yep. Well, he's been aggressive, that's for sure, no question.
Curry 1 for 8, Clary 1 for 7.
But they're not winning this game without Roy and Fowler getting going.
How about the confidence of this young man, the sophomore from Dallas?
That is only his 3rd 3 of the year, John, but to your point, he's 3 for 5. So by my calculation, he's 60% three-point shooter.
Curry thought about it, now puts it on the deck. Free throw jumper, that's a tough one. Anderson finds his guy, Toppin, stripped away, good D there.
That was great hands by the big fella. Really good defense, and they've really done a good job on JT tonight.
Clary, kick out. Open is Coleman.
They've got 2 scorers on the court right now, Fowler and Roy. Coleman can score, but not a shooter.
Played almost 8 minutes in the second half. This is the end of the floor where the Cowboys want to dig deep.
Now, I think overall, John, their defense has been pretty good.
Anderson wide open, the find from Petty.
You said it, wide open. He's not missing that.
Crowd sensing Texas Tech can run away with this one
You
here.
got to throw the ball inside.
Clary forcing, not a good one.
I'll tell you, if I were Steve Lutz has got to be pulling his hair out because those 2 little guards right now are way too aggressive. They are 2 for 17.
Toppin pick and roll. How do you get them under control?
You probably have to take them out, honestly. There's 3 guys at the scorer's table, so we'll see.
Fowler, double team. He was looking for a whistle. Anderson in transition, off the mark. They're going to let him play here. Here comes Curry the other end. 2-on-2 with the Euro wide shot.
I don't know.
Now it's Petty's turn in transition. Someone's got to settle this game down. Outlet. Roy, 3 ball.
It's not that hard. It's not that hard. It really isn't. And he's saying the same thing.
He said, get me the ball.
Well, Christian Anderson has done Christian Anderson things today. 12 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists. That's usually a given. And this is a given too, folks. When Anthony Roy's open, he's going to make almost half of his threes. 8 assists. And how about this? Christian Anderson, 26 points, 11 assists. Both of those guys will be playing at the next level someday soon.
All right, so that foul will bring us to our next break zone. The foul called on Curry. We're going to step aside and come back to Lubbock after this.
Good work there that last segment.
One of our best.
They talked about Bill Snyder at Kansas State, but that took a long time. This guy, Cignetti, I've read everything I can on the guy because he's a genius almost.
So now is Indiana a basketball or a football school?
That's a good question. I know they want to get basketball back with Darren DeVries. There's a little trap. Now, this young man, Crotty, is in the lineup. And he's a freshman, and he was a very highly recruited player. And he's getting a chance right now. And he needs to get the ball. I watched him against in the last game the other night, and those point guards, quite honestly, did not look for him. And if you're going to play that guy, you got to find him some shots.
Here goes Watts in attack mode, playing on 2 feet. And it's Toppin with the finish and the foul.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, good defense by Parsifala there. He really did a nice job, and then the freshman just got outworked a little bit by JT Toppin. And he'll learn from this, but this is JT's specialty. Watch the defense right here, good verticality. And then you cannot let JT Toppin get inside of you, or he's going to do what he just did. I do like this 2-big lineup for Oklahoma State, and I do like that they play with 1 point guard and not 2.
There's Curry turning the corner inside to
Yep.
Fowler. Nice dime inside.
Yeah, and that's what I saw Jalen Curry get, I don't know, 26 against Auburn. He's so quick. If I'm Jalen Curry and Clary, I'm looking to dime people the whole year. That's a foul. Yep.
Plus the bucket.
Good patience.
Alon Watts.
John, what he did right there, just a little hesitation and jump stop. And the big fella from Iran, Parsa, he tried to stay vertical, but you'll see him lean into Watts at the last minute. Right there. Good basketball by Watts.
Converts on a 3-point play. Texas Tech opening the largest lead of the game, up 18.
I think right now, if you're Steve Lutz, just play hard and cut into this lead. You may not win this game, but you're building for the rest of the Big 12. Tough shot. Tough shot.
Off the backboard first. Ahmed, another second chance opportunity. Crotty, line one up. He is fouled, shooting 3.
Yep, and if I'm those 2 point guards as Anthony Roy comes back in, when Crotty's open, I'm looking for him too. That kid made more threes in the state of Virginia last year than anybody, I think, in the history of the state. Good shooter. Take a look. There's a foul. Little contact at the end. He hits his arm. I think this Cowboy team has a lot of potential to get better as the year goes on. They have a terrific coach.
One of the things we talked about with Steve Lutz today was resources.
Yes.
He said, this is an important trip for our school because we brought a lot of boosters here to Texas Tech.
Yeah.
We wanted them to see the basketball facilities, all the improvements they've made on campus, to see if we can do some of that in Stillwater.
Well, in football facilities, needless to say, right? Because their football facility looks like Caesar's Palace. It really does. And Steve Lutz, if he gets the type of resources that the top of the league has, he's definitely going to win here.
Anderson working the pick and roll with Thomas, finds him underneath now. Just slow moving, but they take their time to find the right angle.
Remember we said he plays at his own speed, John? There's a perfect example.
9 minutes to play in the second half. Miller cut off again by Atwell. Inside, Ahmed. He is alone inside.
Yes. There are pieces out there in those black jerseys. You can go to war with that freshman, I'm telling you right now.
He is perfect from the floor. 4 of 4 with 9 points. As Anderson rains down a three.
There's not a better player in the country going to his left, pulling up from three than that young man. Ask John Shire.
Here's Roy, hand in his face.
Come on, John.
That one goes in.
Come on, John. Come on. Are we giving these guys the scouting report for the rest of the year? Come on now.
Points now for Anthony Roy.
You got two good big guys out there. You got a bucket getter. Miller's not had a great day. Now those guards just have to get the ball to the right people.
Toppin in close.
Freshman mistake.
Once again, JT Toppin with the and one.
The freshman's going to learn from that. Take a look right now. The young big guy just got his body in the way. Not enough. JT knows he's got somebody he can score on.
Hudson Toppin for Texas Tech.
Well, listen, when they beat Duke, they were 29 to 31 points in the second half, the two of them. So this is not a new recipe for Grant McCasland's club. And actually, JT's not had his best game today. I wouldn't even say Christian Anderson's been at his best, but certainly good enough to be up 18. They've gotten great outside shooting from their role players today, too.
Missing the free throw, but it's Anderson tracking it down. Anderson working against Roy. Cut off.
Good D. Yeah, good challenge by Crotty.
Torius Miller tried to rip through, lost it. And Anderson the other way. I didn't see many transition points from Oklahoma State today.
No, not as many as they wanted, right?
Toppin spinning, wheeling, finishing in the lane.
That's more like JT. He's been much better in the second half. Cowboys did a good job of him in the first half.
Largest lead of the game, it's 20. Curry, another force at the rim. There's 7 minutes to play here in the second half. This has been controlled by Texas Tech from the jump. Toppin with the left off the mark. Well, the recipe has been Anthony Roy, if they can find him. Instead, it's Victorious Miller taking a three.
You know, Victorious can score. He really can. He's taken some tough shots today. I think they're going to watch this film when they get back, and they're going to learn a lot about their team, and we'll see improvement, I believe, over the next couple of weeks.
Anderson kept that dribble alive, but it's Miller coming away with the rebound. Oklahoma State with numbers 5 on 4 here. Fowler one-on-one in the post now against Toppin. Double comes, trying to spin away. How about that?
That's so good. That is so good. He went right away from the pressure and spun off Toppin.
So a timeout, Texas Tech. And we'll be back to Lubbock after this.
And Brock Purdy's been sensational.
Well, I know you love this young man.
Yeah, watch this, John. Now watch the double team come. Watch him spin off of Toppin right here. So they got two guys on him, and he still gets by him with great footwork. And really impressed with this guy. I'm going to buy him Chick-fil-A #1 after the game. And then this young man is going to play more, trust me.
Now, he did say he doesn't love the fries. So
You don't know fries? Okay, I'll eat the fries.
Just a drink and sandwich.
Remember, he said he's actually considering being a WWE wrestler.
He's open to all possibilities. Toppin has really started to get it going. He had got 17 now.
Yeah, he was open to all possibilities right there in the high paint.
There's Toppin with the steal, challenging Roy, and he is fouled.
Now, if I were Roy right there, I would have allowed him to spin and fake at him and not reach in, because JT was going to have a hard time scoring that. But Anthony Roy committed the foul.
So the fourth person on Roy as Toppin goes back to the free throw line. He is 1 of 2 so far today. We asked Grant McCasland about JT Toppin. He said one of the things that has really improved on the most his voice. We are now hearing him more, not just in practice, but in key game situations. Think about that game at Illinois.
Yes.
He said at halftime, he went into the locker room, laid into his guys and said they need to pick up the defensive pressure, and they answered.
Yeah, and he, you know, last year he was a great player. He was the player of the year in the league. But to your point, he had a lot of veterans on that team. Hawkins and Kermit Walton, McMillan. And this year with him and Anderson, they are the two team leaders. That's great. Good basketball. Good find right there by Clary. Clary and Curry need to be facilitators because there's enough scoring out there for Oklahoma State to get the job done on that end.
There's the steal for the Cowboys. Numbers in transition. Victorious Miller hanging and finishing plus the foul.
Nice job right there. It's a good job by the point guards to kick it ahead. We told you Miller can score it. He scores it. Not the shooter that Roy is, but terrific getting to the basket. And we know he's from a musical family. Uncle Master P. But more importantly, his cousin Mercy at Houston starting to play really well. Two sophomores. Bright futures.
He's a finesse guy, but Coach Love says we want to get a little more aggressive, go towards the contact like he did there.
Anthony Roy goes towards the contact, and that's exactly what V has to do when he's downhill, especially in this league.
Toppin has scored the last 8 for Texas Tech. Once again, in the screen and roll. Amazing when it doesn't work, they just reset. And it didn't look like that.
Yeah, and the freshman, Crotty, he's got to pull all the way in and not allow that easy roll to the rim.
Let's drag the foot. There goes Curry into the paint, finishing with the left.
Looks like Texas Tech now is going to take the air out of it just a little bit as we get close to the final TV timeout.
Anderson able to keep his balance as he dribbles through traffic. Elbow jumper. Look at that song.
So smooth, great footwork. Even when he looked like he was out of control, made something out of nothing.
Off the balance.
Oh boy. Yikes. Pass.
Anderson rising up with 2 hands. Christian Anderson, hello.
He might do that 3 or 4 or 5 times a season. Interesting summer, John, because along with being a key part of the Germany under-19 team that lost in the gold medal game to the United States, he played with the national team this summer of Germany. How about this? Franz Wagner, Mo Wagner, Dennis Schroeder, the youngest player on that team. He didn't make the final cut, but at 19, he got a heck of a lot of experience.
The young man who's always been able to score as a foul on the rebound. No basket there. But now Grant McCaslin is seeing that he is being able to orchestrate and really direct traffic out there.
Yeah, last year he was the co-pilot for this offense with Elijah Hawkins, who was a great playmaker. And this year he's got a chance to run the whole show. Good pass out. Good ball movement.
Curry driving baseline.
I like it.
One-on-one.
I like it.
And
I
he
like
gets the bucket plus the foul.
The game is simple. You know, it started with Ahmed touching it. Crotty can shoot it, so he creates gravity. Roy can shoot it because he creates gravity from the defense. And then when it gets swung to the little guy, he's going to drive it. This is easy basketball. And I think they're going to be able to go to school on this game and this videotape. I promise you that.
3 minutes left to play here in the second half. The dynamic duo of Toppin and Anderson have really showed what they can do in this second half. Here's Anderson from the wing, in and out.
Good shot. Good ball movement, too.
Curry pushing the pace.
Okay. You know, I was thinking, watching John, there's not a single guy out here on Oklahoma State I don't think has played in the Big 12. And you are not going to win in the Big 12 playing one-on-one. You are not going to be successful.
Atwell, step back three.
I'll tell you, he's been good today. What I like about Texas Tech, besides the 2 All-Americans, is they got great role players, guys that know what they can do.
Boy, with the defender caught on his hip. College basketball is back on ESPN2 tomorrow afternoon at 1 Eastern. Florida Atlantic meets up with Tulane. Then at 5, Bradley takes on Murray State in a Missouri Valley clash. Both games also streaming on the ESPN app.
And you notice, John, Murray State's got great tradition. They got a new coach this year, Ryan Miller, who was at TCU. He's the brother of Mike Miller, the 17-year NBA veteran, and Ryan's going to do a great job at Murray. They love basketball there, incredible tradition. Think about this: Nick Cronin, Mark Gottfried, Steve Prohm. The list is on and on.
Do you like what you've seen out of the last minute or two from Oklahoma State?
I do. I think they're a work in progress, you know. I mean, remember now, you've got 12 different starters this year, or starting lineups.
Yeah, this is the 12th different starting lineup they've used here today. Nice topping, takes it away, and just yams it home. Timeout, Texas Tech, as Grant McCasland looks up at a 20-point lead.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if he's taking his timeout just to get some subs in. But this is Crotty now, getting that ball just taken from him. You watch right here. Remember, JT's been working all game, and he just took it away from the freshman. He scored. Now that timeout is so that McCasland can get some of his guys on the bench.
Coming up tomorrow.
In the Japanese Pro League, what else is new? And she just arrived in the last couple days, John.
Speaks 3 different languages. She was at our hotel for breakfast this morning.
Yes,
a lot of people go up to her, and she's very personable.
Yes,
Loves
she
taking
was.
pictures with people. She's going to fit in really well here in Lubbock.
I hate taking pictures with people who are 7 feet tall for obvious reasons, but that was fun. I got a picture, and I can see I knew her when.
7-footer. She plays basketball now.
Yep.
Curry, the UMass transfer, knocks down the first free throw. There's an earlier tip here, 12 local time.
Yes. Yeah,
The students are still not in set, so not the same type of feel. But you could tell Texas Tech was ready from the opening.
Yeah, they were. And I thought Oklahoma State played well. I mean, they played hard early. They couldn't score. But they'll get a lot out of this game if they're willing to get in that film room and pay close attention.
My guy Davis Martin is watching, starting pitcher for the White Sox. Used to play here at Texas Tech. Big Texas Tech fan, him and his wife Jenny. Austin Martin, but a foul on the rebound as Victorious Miller undercut Watts. And the officials are actually going to go and review this one and see if this would potentially get upgraded.
It should be quick. You know what? Miller was just trying to get, he was boxing out, and when you undercut a guy because you're boxing out, I would have a hard time believing this is a flagrant foul.
Previous plays under review for a flagrant foul.
Let's make this quick, guys.
Mike Greenstein, Gary Maxwell, Darren George, as we take another look at the play, Fran.
Yeah, and what Miller's trying to do is just trying to keep a big guy off the glass. I have a hard time thinking that that's anything more than a common foul. And they got to that review very quickly. Pretty sure that's what we have. Interesting. I think they're going to call a flagrant one, and I'll tell you why they're calling it.
Safety reason.
Yes, it's a great point, John. That's a great point. When you got an airborne player like that, and you do undercut him, and it wasn't done purposely.
After review, the common foul has been upgraded to a flagrant foul for excessive contact.
Yes, yeah, I get it. That's the rule. And
You got to protect airborne players.
That's exactly right. You're right on the money. Yep. And I think Michael Greenstein's explaining that to Steve Lutz. Steve Lutz understands it. Yep. It's kind of how we teach blocking out. But when that player's in the air like that, Gary Maxwell's been doing this for a million years, so he's made that call so many times.
Well, here is the rule on flagrant 1.
Yeah, it was excessive because it's not a play on the ball.
So Steve Lutz is now going deeper into his bench.
Yeah.
Kurt Cole and Daniel Guetta will check in for the first time for the Cowboys.
Good effort by Texas Tech, John. They are about 80% of where I think they will be once they do get those big kids we talked about healthy. But they continue to get better.
The inbound.
Yep.
Ball knocked down by Jalen Petty.
He was quiet today because of foul trouble, but he's going to be terrific.
Jazz Henderson checking in for the first time for Texas Tech as he guards the ball here. Under a minute to play here in regulation. Kick out. As Curry will take one and nail the 3. His first 3 of the ball game. He's got 13 now.
We hadn't talked much about Jalen Petty, but his mentor up in Seattle is a guy you've heard of. His name is Jamal Crawford. And Jamal said he's one of the best kids he's ever been around. He's a great student. He's going to be a really good player here.
Texas Tech has scored 101 against Northern Colorado. Highest scoring game of the season.
And Petty said, I know I was in foul trouble, so I got to jack a couple. He's got a quiet 12.
Fran, to put up 102 in
Yeah.
the Big 12, the start of conference play, this team is legit.
Well, we knew the defense is a work in progress for Oklahoma State. They'll get better because it is film.
Texas Tech, without 3 front court players, continues to roll on. The 15th ranked team in the country wins the opener in the Big 12, 102-80 over Oklahoma State.
Hey, guys.